See what happens. All right, Kev, here we go. Bottom right-hand corner of Frost, blue Protoss player. He is the most powerful of all Protoss, if you follow the lore. Or at least he was at one time before he crashed his ship into Char.
You know a lot more about the lore than I do.
Was it Char that he crashed his ship into?
Man, you can ask me all the results from every single tournament we ever casted, and there's a good chance that I'll be right. But I do not know anything about the lore.
Well, this guy's name is Tassadar. His opponent up in the top right. Sorry, forgot to do the Funkadelic.
Yeah.
His opponent up in the top right, the Red Zerg player from Canada. Because she's Canadian, we're going to do the Adabisi. It is Scarlett.
You think Adabisi is going to be in Toronto?
Yes, I do.
You know he's going to be there?
That's what I've been told.
Is he going to be observing?
Nope.
Why not? This makes no sense at all. I think we need a Reddit thread. No, I look forward to seeing Mike. I haven't seen Mike in so long. I think the last time I saw Adabisi has been in DreamHack Winter.
I think he's going to be there. I guess he might.
Canada is a very big
place. I don't know if he's in Europe or Toronto right now, or Canada.
I think he's back in Canada. He is the editor-in-chief of his own Twitter account.
The Adabisi News Network.
No, it's funny because he wrote that on his own Twitter, and I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh, that is kind of funny.
Mike's a funny guy.
Mike is a funny guy. He's fun to talk to.
Scarlett opening up with the pool, and we can see her sending her drone down the ramp. Tassadar on the other end. He's gonna go crazy, Ben. He's gonna go a little cray-cray. That's tough, cray.
Nexus first.
The only thing more crazy than this is Nexus first, no scout. That's how I like to roll. I dry all in.
This is Nexus first, no scout. No, it's not.
He has a probe on the other side
I
of
didn't
the
see
map.
the probe, man.
He was even blocking
Come on,
the
man,
drone.
I didn't even see the probe.
You got an issue?
I was
You
thinking
want to take this outside?
I was thinking about Adabisi, all right?
Adabisi would have shown you that probe multiple times, and you would have known there was a probe there.
Adabisi would have been following the probe and circling it with his mouse cursor. He would open chat and he would type in, "This is a probe."
A couple of links on the map for Scarlett. He's gonna be able to have a little bit of map presence and usher this probe away, at least for now. Cannon after gate, so quick tech for Tassadar is gonna open it up. I'm curious to see how he's gonna play, Ben. Game number 1, I felt this opening, was cool. I always do feel that those 3-gate openings with those pylons, I've been experimenting a lot more with it lately as well, and I must say I have more success with it than just playing straight up macro, not doing too much aggression early on. So I think it's sort of the way to go, but I always feel the ball is in the Zerg's corner. Zerg has to actively scout, and if they deal well with it, sure, you're going to force out a lot of units, but I do think that it can definitely set you back quite a bit if it doesn't work out the way it did in the last game, even though Tassadar still lost. I think it was needless to say that his opening was great.
Yeah, I like the pressure builds. I think they're very good. I think it's hard to deal with. There's so many places on any given map where Protoss can hide a pylon. And you're right, if Zerg spots it, if Zerg shuts it down, it's good for Zerg, but it's incredibly difficult to do, and it's never game over. It is never game over.
Often after pushes like that, there are a lot of strong 2-gate follow-ups. Man, it was so unfortunate when this day started. There's something flew below my counter glance, and I couldn't see anything for the first 5 minutes. And it looked like I was crying on camera.
I thought you said those were tears of joy for the beauty that is StarCraft. Were you lying?
Well, we hadn't even seen single game yet.
But you just get emotional when you think about it.
Tears of excitement, maybe.
Does that happen? Do people get excited and cry?
I can't believe I just won the lottery. I think so.
But that's maybe.
2 additional gateways going down in the back of Tassadar's base, so you might just do the same thing all over again, Ben.
Or
might do a little more. Might just be a straight up 7-gate. No. Maybe just 4 gates and then 3 additional gates. I don't know what it's going to be. He has no robotics facility, and I think the good old, just straight up mass gateway techs are not as strong as they used to be.
Scarlett's gases finishing up at about 6:30. This is on the later side of when you can gas as a Zerg player, but...
Oh, there's a pylon going up again over here on the left top side of the map. Probe is idling Biremets on top of Scarlett's hatchery as well. Scarlett's going to have a very hard time keeping this alive with slow links.
Yeah, Roachwarren is going to go ahead and finish up. That'll help.
It's late when the only thing you hear in the studio is Suri's voice coming from the audience.
Oh, Siri. Who's going to win this series?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? I cannot possibly answer that question. My Siri voice imitation is not very good.
Scarlett will spot this probe. Whoa, it just died. Did she kill one of her own lings?
I guess.
Maybe she did. 3 zealots against...
there are
oh,
plus
it's not
1
just 3
zealots though, man. So there are a lot more Scarlett than in the previous game. There are a couple of roaches on the way, and these are quite a lot of Zerglings. Zergling speed is about to finish
they're
up.
going to surround and kill everything. That's a good engagement for Scarlett. He just surrounds the Stalker. Wow. And I think it's safe to say that's a botched engagement for Tassadar. It's not over
still
yet,
4
though.
zealots, and a couple of roaches gonna have to come all the way from the natural. 4 roaches spawning right now.
Man,
Scarlett is doing this so good.
Why does it always look so easy? I guess it didn't in our first 2 PvZ series of the day.
I don't think you can tell that to someone who just lost WCS Premier League and hopes to BlizzCon when it comes to... This is so sick though. This is absolutely fantastic defense by Scarlett. How much did she lose other than those links? Just ridiculous.
She lost a drone.
Oh, she forgot about these 2 zealots though.
God save the queen.
And she will. She has to. She still didn't take care of this pilot. That's the only thing that could be kind of scary, as he's rallying a lot of roaches across the map. Tassadar's follow-up is going to be a double Stargate.
And that's going to probably keep him safe for now. These sentries will be able to force field. He might lose the forge. He might lose the gate.
You know, I kind of wonder why Scarlett started making all those links and roaches in the first place, because she hasn't really scouted all the gates, and she didn't see the pilot either. Maybe it's just her playing safe.
Hashtag game sense.
I mean, I think a lot of Zergs just start making units around 52, 53 drones. I'm not actually sure what triggered her reaction. But it was the perfect one, and then the execution was just perfect. I do think that Tassadar took that first engagement a tiny bit too early. If he waits for 2 more zealots, he slices all those links up to parts, and it's going to be a lot harder for Scarlett to micro her way out of it. Scarlett is scouting everywhere right now. She knows there is a pylon somewhere.
Still can't find it. That pylon's so well hidden. And this little ling. Really? There we go. Now she sees it.
And we might see Scarlett doing a small Mondragon here, going mass roach against double Stargate. But Scarlett doesn't know yet.
Man, that is old school, that reference. Mondi.
Look at old Mondi. You still see it every now and then. I'm not sure when it was the last time I saw someone just going mass roach against Stargate. But they also referred to that game. And you know what map that game was played, man? On the greatest map of all time.
Well, it definitely wasn't played on Metalopolis.
No, it was played on
Crevasse. Of course, I remember.
That's why it's the greatest map of all time. Mondragon. But unfortunately, we're not going to see that. We see a couple of Hydralisk in production. I would have loved to see Scarlett just make 60 roaches.
Not going to be the case. She's going to follow up with some Hydras. And
Hydras in small numbers are going to have troubles dealing with these Phoenixes, though, as we already have 7 Phoenixes out on the map. And Phoenixes can do extremely well against Hydras in small numbers. None of you leave your Phoenix behind,
though.
The
luckiest Hydra of all time.
Yeah, and the most unlucky Phoenix.
Seen his life.
He picks up a Hydra. He's like, guys, I got him. Guys, I got the beast. Not even Ian Wilson would have won that fight.
Hey, you think? I bet Hydralisk hunting is like a sport for Phoenix pilots. They fly to Zerg planets. It's okay, let's get some Hydras. it's like a game for adrenaline junkies.
Yeah. It's dangerous, man. It's okay. I got your back.
Yeah, but what if there's more Hydras burrowed? Nah, they never burrow.
Everything on the ground can be dangerous. Just like I read something about the catacombs in European cities.
In France.
That you can get lost. In Odessa as well, hometown of Hydra. Reddit teaches you a lot of crazy things. This Nex is taking a lot of damage, and actually no cancel here from Tassadar. But he's... Oh, where are the force fields, man? Those force fields were a little late to the party.
He's going to lose a lot of units. In the meantime, Hydra's firing over these force fields. A single Void Ray in a good position is able to do a ton of damage.
Yeah, most of these Hydras are dying, so this Void Ray should be able to stick alive. More Hydras coming in from the back, though.
But Tassadar don't care. He's done. He says, nuh-uh. I tap out. Good game. I surrender. Scarlett, you are the victor. A 2-0 victory for Scarlett means that...
And she looked so good this series, which is once more just like a little, I want to say mind-boggling. It's just like a little devastating to see that she can be so great in this matchup, but on the moment it truly mattered today. She wasn't able to bring it to the table. Of course, Als maybe, Als on LAN is probably different than playing against Tassadar cross-server. That's something that we shouldn't forget about either, and of course Maxed as well. But still, this was a great performance by Scarlett.
Yeah, very well played. Guys, we're going to take a very short break. When we get back, we're going to wrap up the day. No more StarCraft to be played, but we are going to sign off. Don't go anywhere. Roddy has one last message.